Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to be reviewing the latest film from Astron 6, and it is MANBORG. Astron 6 is a company that brought us Father's Day last year, and I believe that that's the only other film other than this one that they have made so far. But MANBORG, I mean, just check out that artwork. Look at that. If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. This is a film that I really didn't know anything about until very recently, and I started hearing things about it, seeing things about it, and I think it has to do with this release just coming out not too long ago through Dark Sky Films. But MANBORG tells the story of this soldier. Well, let's go back a little bit before that. The armies of hell have taken over Earth. Count Draculon is wanting to take over everything, so his army is basically destroyed all of mankind. There's a soldier that is killed, and this scientist guy takes his remains, brings him back to life as part machine, part human, a la RoboCop. And basically that is who MANBORG is, and it is up to MANBORG and this very small group of resistance rebels to fight for mankind and bring mankind back from pretty much extinction. And that's pretty much your story to MANBORG. Now, the story behind this film, the making of it, is it was made for $1,000 in a garage over the course of a year. Now, whether that's totally true or not, I don't know. On the special features, it looks like it was, it was more than a garage. It basically looked like a warehouse with several rooms or something like that. But you know how it goes. Now, as far as $1,000, now I could possibly believe that if the actors are free, were totally free, which they probably were. I could see it, being made for $1,000. The film is obviously extremely cheap, extremely low budget, and extremely, I mean, to the max, a cheese dick film. No question about it. This brought to mind RoboCop, first of all, Terminator. I saw some of Fulci's new gladiators in this. An old film called The Eliminators, if you remember that. All of the basically the sci-fi action / horror element type films from the 80s and very early 90s. That's what they're trying to emulate here with MANBORG, and they're just taking it all and having a good time with it. They're very obviously making a bad movie, and the dialogue is horrible, the acting's horrible, all of that's bad, but that's all part of the charm in it. In a lot of the old films that are like that, they're good because they didn't know how bad of a film they were making. Well, with this one, and a lot of times when you try to make a film that you're trying to make one purposely bad, it doesn't work sometimes. It comes off, as just, I don't know, they're purposely know they're making a bad film. It just, I don't know, it doesn't work a lot of times. But with this one, I think it really does. And I think it's just because it's so much fun. Almost the entire film is shot in front of a green screen. And there's cheesy computer graphics added in throughout the film, and but for whatever reason it just works with this film a lot. And I think part of it is the film clocks in at like exactly 1 hour. The credits were rolling right at the 1 hour mark, so it doesn't overstay its welcome, but at times it might drag a little bit. But overall, I think it's just perfect for being 1 hour. And, I think a lot of people that can appreciate, cheesy films, old, just really cheap sci-fi type stuff are going to like this. It has a lot of stop motion animation in it also. Not a lot of gore, but there are some gory elements and gory moments in the film. Like I said, with it only being an hour, it pretty much hits the pedal to the metal right out of the gate and stays that way. Now, it does kind of hit a little lagging point at around the 40-45 minute mark, where they try to do some character development. Basically, the rebels and MANBORG are trying to plan out their plan of attack against Draculon. But other than that, it really works. Now, as far as the characters go, the guy that plays Manborg, I really liked him a lot. I like how he's got the robotic moves, you know, and he played it very good. You know, he's trying to find out who he is all along, you know, and how he came to be and stuff like that. And then he first comes along to a kung fu artist that goes by the name as Number One Man. That's what he's listed as in the movie, which very much has deliberate, very over-the-top dubbing done. Like, his voice is like this, and, you know, he's this Asian kung fu guy. It's hilarious, and it's very poorly dubbed with his mouth. Then also there is Mina, who is like the tough chick type. And then, last but not least, is Justice, which he is like straight out of an 80s film, or even like something like The Warriors. Like, he's got on this denim jacket, he's got this big poofy blonde hair, but it's shaved on the sides, and he has the old school 80s like line shaved into the side of his head. He's got war paint on his face. He's got an Australian accent, but he brings a lot of the comic relief to this film. I like the character a lot. But also Number One Man, something I have to mention about him is he really brings to mind, like totally brings to mind Liu Kang from the Mortal Kombat series. Like, if you just picture Liu Kang in a movie, that's what you get with Number One Man, and I really liked it a lot. But yeah, this film isn't going to be for everybody. I mean, you know, if you primarily just watch mainstream films, and, you know, if you don't get or like cheesy films at all, you're going to absolutely hate this. You're going to say, like, oh my God, how could anybody like this? But I think, you know, like, you know, people like that, you're missing the point. You know, this is meant to be that way. You know, but if you are into like I said, the old cheesy stuff, if you really like cheeseball type films and can just, you know, appreciate a film where you just have fun with it, don't take anything of it serious whatsoever, you may enjoy this film. You know, it's trauma-esque at times. You know, just stuff like that. Like I said, if you enjoy trauma-type films, you might like this. You know, it has a distinct look to it. It's very cheap look, but it's not over digital or whatever to where it just doesn't work. Like, the look of this film really works for what it is. But yeah, it's a very cheap look, but it's a distinct look also. I don't know if it's something they did with the contrast or whatever, but it has a very distinct look to the film. But guys, yeah, this is a very fun film in my opinion. I love it. I love it. It's definitely worth the $10. I think this is also available on demand right now. I know you can rent it through iTunes, through Amazon, and yeah, like I said, you could buy it for $10. Not available on Blu-ray, and I can see why this would not lend itself to high def. The DVD is perfect, but yeah, I like it a lot. You know, this is one of those films that, you know, it's kind of blurs the line of when it came out. Its official release is 2011. But I'm pretty sure this release, and as far as like major distribution, just happened this year. So I'm actually going to list this film on the 2013 films that I've watched for possible, you know, put in my top 10 of the year, possibly. You know, you never know. But yeah, I'm going to give MANBORG an 8 out of 10. I really liked it, but yeah, it's not something for everybody. But if you love the cheesy films, if you love sci-fi films, it's just crazy, over the top, very reminiscent of RoboCop as far as like the character. Now the whole setup premise is very different, but the character is very much taken from RoboCop. If you enjoy things like that and stop motion, old school Ray Harryhausen type effects, you're gonna love this film. I think I would highly recommend it to people that would appreciate things like that. So yeah, guys, that is MANBORG. It's very easy to find right now. Check it out, guys. I am Jason. I appreciate you all watching. Have a good one. Later.